Hello, Newburg. Pastor Steve here with you today, and I want to thank you for joining us this evening as I'm here tonight to talk to you about some updated protocols for our Sunday morning worship. All of this is in light of the lifting of the public health orders here in Michigan this week. Now, it was our plan to come to you next week with some of these updates, anticipating the previous orders changing on July 1st. Now, as it's been with the entirety of this pandemic, all of our best laid plans have had to change on a moment's notice with new announcements coming out. And this is no different. The good news, of course, is that instead of getting worse like things were happening a year ago or even this past fall and winter, things are actually changing for the better and moving in a positive direction. And so we're happy to be able to come to you here tonight and to share what changes we'll be making in light of those decisions. Our team has been working very hard these last few days to try to bring this updated information to you, and I want to highlight what changes we will be seeing, particularly for this coming Sunday morning. The first thing we want to make you aware of is that pre-registration will no longer be required for worship attendance. I want to thank everyone for their work and their cooperation on this, and it does not mean that we let our guard down when it comes to being safe and being healthy. Please continue to be aware of your surroundings, continue to wash your hands for 20 seconds, and if you have been exposed or if you're feeling sick, please stay at home and worship online. Second, we will be seating in the sanctuary still using our every other pew system that we had already set up. Now, this is going to help us to continue to be safe distance for those who are uncomfortable, particularly being in large crowds, and it will still be more than adequate for the amount of seating that we need for a typical summer Sunday attendance. The good news I can share with you is that with new cleaning procedures, we will be able to add the cushions back to the pews, which I know is going to be welcomed by many of you. So we're happy to be able to do that. Third, regarding wearing masks, we as a staff will continue to wear masks while in the building on Sunday morning, unless, of course, we are leading our portion of the worship service as we have been doing through these last several weeks. We want to encourage people to continue wearing masks as you are comfortable, and especially for those who are not fully vaccinated for the time being. We'll continue to update that as we get more information available from the CDC and from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Fourth, we'll continue to make the bulletin available online on the website, downloadable every week by Friday or by scanning the QR code when you enter the building or is on the back of the pews in the sanctuary. We will also need your help by also clicking on the online Connect card and filling that out to help us know that you are present, whether you're worshiping in person or online. And if you have any new information that helps us to remain in contact with you, or if you would like information about how to get involved in ministries here at Newburg. For those who do not have online access, we will still have a limited number of printed copies available. Just ask an usher and they can provide you with a copy of the bulletin on Sunday morning. Fifth, we'll be continuing to evaluate our children's ministry offerings. For now, we will continue with family-style worship on Sunday mornings. Now, I know that for some people, it can seem like a burden to have our children in worship and worrying about if they're being too loud or if they're getting too squirmy or too restless. They're kids. That's going to happen. And we know and we understand that. As a parent, I know and I understand that. If they get restless and they need to move around in the sanctuary or even outside in the narthex, that's okay. Jesus welcomed all of the children and asked them to come to Him. And we here at Newburg are no different. We also know that children are a reminder that our lives are not our own and they belong to God. Children in the sanctuary also remind us that we are all children of God. And so we want to welcome children and their families to fully participate in our worship time together. We will have more information on any changes as those decisions are made by our children's ministry team. But for now, we will be having an outdoor vacation Bible school in July, and those details are already available on our website and our social media, and we encourage you to check those out. There are a few other facility issues that are being addressed by the Board of Trustees, some of which are for individual group usage, and some do affect the overall general church. Those decisions will be made on a case-by-case basis, and they will be communicated to the respective parties or to the larger church as those things arise. I want to thank the Board of Trustees as they have been working diligently over the last several months to continue to keep everyone safe and to make sure that we're doing the best that we can for the use of our building. Our offerings will continue to be collected through the giving boxes located in the back of the sanctuary as you enter or as you exit the building. If you bring an offering, you can place that into the box during the offertory time, or when you arrive before you sit down, or before you leave, or at any point during the service as you feel called. You're more than welcome to go and take care of that. We also want to encourage you to give online through our website or by downloading the Give Plus app on your phone and selecting Newburg as your preferred church of giving. Or we also accept credit and debit card transactions at our giving pad that is located at the Welcome Center. You can also give by text using the number that we have provided, and again, you can find that on the website, or it's also made available on Sunday morning. However you choose to give, we more than welcome that to support the ministries here at Newburg. Now, while I'm on that subject, you've heard me say over the last couple of weeks that our current fund, that is our giving to the general fund that supports our overall operations of the church, is behind last year's pace by almost $20,000. And we are over $40,000 behind our pace of where we normally are in 2019. To say that we're in a hole might be a bit of an understatement. We have now actually had to borrow from our building fund to fulfill all of our current obligations, all of which must be paid back before the end of the year. So we really need your help here in these last few weeks of June and as we head into the summer to make up this deficit. If you're a little behind in your giving right now, there's no better time than now to make that up. We don't want any of our critical ministries to go unfunded through the summer, and your help and your generosity will enable your church to continue to be in mission and ministry in this community. In conclusion tonight, I want to let you know that we will be evaluating all of our procedures over this summer and as we prepare for what is lying ahead for us this fall. As things change, we'll be sure to keep everyone updated. But for now, we really appreciate all of your help and support by doing your part to keep everyone safe and to help get us to this point. I want to encourage you to continue to stay safe and diligent. If you've not been vaccinated yet, I encourage you to do so. They are safe and they are effective, as I myself can personally attest to, and as all the members of our staff can attest to also. Most of all, let us continue to love our neighbors as we love ourselves, and never stop working to fulfill our mission in recognizing Christ in all people and to make disciples for transformation of the world. I want to leave you tonight wishing you a great evening, and I look forward to worshiping together in these new circumstances and for the new opportunities that God is leading us into in these days and these weeks to come. God bless and have a great evening.